And we're into the game. Got a pretty strong level 1 team here, for both sides really. Jarvan and Renekton on Down Under, and Jax, Lee and Kate. So there's quite a lot of, it could be quite an interesting level 1 fight if it actually goes down. I would be interested in seeing that. Everybody's got the same ping, apart from Slater, who's 14 MS higher for some reason. And we're in. Interesting to see at what time everybody gets out of the base. Yep, everybody out by 13 seconds and 15 seconds for either team. Strong starter with a starting block. Heading up to Baron. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. They might try to catch this Renekton out. Fall into the bush. Will LeBlanc spot them here? Yes, spotted. Damage is going out on Eyeshadow. Will he flash? Oh, and he gets out without having to use any summoners. Good outcome. And they're jumping out of the jungle. Looks like Rice Cakes and Blue will be taking golems. Get that early start. And Jarvan's going for a smokeless blow. Rice Cakes taking quite a bit of damage from those golems. And Jarvan getting his blue. Lee getting his blue. Be interesting to see whether we have an invade here. Really try to go pick up that red. It's looking like that's what he's trying to do, and Jarvan's doing the same. But, yeah. Blue did have those wards out, protecting that placement, and I'm pretty sure that the purple team knew it, which is why Slater has gone down to pick up Lee's red. So we're going to see a gank here on top lane. And a bit unfortunate that he's coming to try for good old Mango, because he's going to get caught out here. This may be first blood. The stun's going to go off. Yep, that's first blood. Very nice pickup there. Very nice kind of wards, shielding the jungler out. And picking up that red and then going through that tri-bush, dodging that vision ward. Interesting whether you know, Jarvan and kept Mango informed about the fact that he was invading and Lee wasn't there. Might have known that that was where the game was going to be coming from. Slater getting counter jungled in it. And I should have taken a bit of the poke from Carthus. He's really not given up on that big wave. And bot lane once again, Rice Cakes seems pretty dominant early game with his Caitlyn poking the tilt over and his passive. And once again, got a bit of action happening in mid still with that Carthus, you know, relentlessly poking with his Q. And Jarvan heading back to base to heal up and get back in that jungle. So Lee's going to come down now and find out that his red has not been fully cleared, and he's probably a bit sour about that. Volf's popped his red pot up the top. Mango still has his. He seems to be harassing Volf rather well, which is kind of what you expect when Renekton versus Jack's early game. What you got to watch out for is when he gets, level 5, level 6 and starts just jumping in on your face and doing the super effective trades. But yeah, it's really looking like wait for it, and Liam are having a hard time down on bot lane. They do seem to be getting zoned out. Those forward traps have gone down, and just every time wait for it comes out, it just gets poked. And that's the benefit of playing Caitlyn. She's got such ridiculous range, she's got such ridiculous damage with her passive. Like, you can really take control of that lane early on. And it's quite hard for wait for it or Liam to do anything. Like, you shield, and then they just stop harassing, go back to creeping, and then, shield runs out, they go back to harassing you, and this, that, and the other, and a bit of a jump over from Slater here, but the team just really isn't in any place to, well, bottom lane isn't in any place to kind of capitalize on that. They just use that opportunity to get some CS, clear some traps. Not a bad option. But Slater's really trying to make, the best of any opportunities that he can make for his team. And here we go. Ooh, very nice flash, because the burst from LeBlanc would have got him down there, I think. We've got a bit of action going in top. Lee's kind of waiting around, trying to get up on that Renekton. But yeah, it's too close to the turret. He's going to try to go down and pick up LeBlanc instead. And look at the amount of mobility he has with those wards. Just jumps through their jungle. It's a flying Lee Sin. And Jarvan is recalling out of their jungle. And there are no wards bot, which is kind of unusual. At least they're not too worried about those ganks. If you've just joined the stream, this is the second game between VGR and the Down Dream Team. And a nice pickup on Karthus in mid. Bot lane seems to be hurting a bit. Wait for it's very low. I don't know if this is a bait for Jarvan coming down, or he's just backing himself to dodge the Qs. Because that is just hugely low. And there's no wards out, and that's a nice jump through, but a flash out from Lulu. So reasonably even, 1 for 1. Karthus did get picked off in mid. Renekton did get picked up for first blood, but like once again we're seeing the gold advantage is already going VGR's way. And that's, primarily it's for two reasons. First of all, bot lane 59 to 38 CS, and then also 36 to 18 CS on that Jarvan. Mid and top are reasonably evenly matched in CS, but it just seems with that Kate, with that early game harass, there just doesn't seem to be much of an answer for that from down under. And that's going to hurt, because we see Kate has already got a BF sword and a Doran's versus, Doran's bat and longsword on, wait for it. But, very nice kick there from NZ Stealth. So we're seeing that sort of dynamic playing out as I expected. We've got, the little bonk coming in there, and just, she can pretty much burst down that calf anytime she wants now. But, very good play from NZ Stealth, kicking it back in to the calves after death damage, and just really, if he wasn't there, she would have just been able to walk out and get off scot-free. So Waver taking a lot of damage here in bot lane has to rocket jump out. The exhaust goes down on Rice Cakes. Liam is just going to try 1v1 it, but Lee Sin is coming in hot on that turret, and this is going to be, oh my god, he whiffed the kick. How embarrassing. Tristana wasn't even moving, and he just completely missed it. got to be sour about that, because that was the easiest kick in the world. I'm not entirely sure what happened here. Renekton going hard on this Caitlyn, pops the Volf, gets in there, slice and dice. Ooh, bit of a juke. That's not going to be enough. Will he survive NZ Stealth though? Who knows? He uses his slice and dice for the lifesteal, but here comes Rawr. He's in a bad position. I'd say still worth it. Taking out that ADC out of the lane. He's not going to be able to farm this lane this wave, which is going to go right into the turret. But, you know, you really don't want Karthus getting big. And I guess the kill didn't go to him. You got the Lee Sin getting those kills, and for my mind, that's a better place, at least from Down Under's point of view, for those kills to be going to. You don't want that, you know, Karthus getting super massive, walking into the middle of your team with, you know, his AoE on and just winning the game. And a good pick up there for Wait For It, picking up Lulu as she goes to one, just jumping in, putting the burst on and destroying her. And, you know, I'd say Tristana, for my money, is probably a better, a better late game ADC than Caitlyn. Just, you know, the attack speed buff, the healing debuff, and just your big old cannon. Can't really go past it. So the dynamic seems to be shifting up in this bot lane. We've got Wait For It, 1 kill, 1 assist. Catching up in CS very quickly now that he's got a bit of dominance in the lane. He's got his build for a Cutlass, so he can out-sustain Kate to the days. He can afford to take a bit of damage here. Against the raw power of Rice Cake's BF sword. If you actually look at the gold totals between the two ADCs, we actually see that Wait For It is ahead in gold at the moment, although he is 11 CS behind. Lulu clearing out those wards with the pink, and Karthus heading up top. Maybe a bit of a lane swap here, because at the end of the day, Eyeshadow can just burst down that card, so that swap is actually a reasonably good idea. I've been told that I should try to sound more excited when kills happen. I apologise. It was a late night last night, early morning. Bit of drink. But this is my excited voice. But yeah, I will try and probably experience me. And it looks like we're going to have an attempted Baron here, and there's no vision on it for VGR, so this is going to be big. We see the gold gap has been even from that early game VGR advantage, 15.5 to 15.7. This is really going to catapult down the Dream Team ahead, and they might even get a pick off on this Lulu if she decides to go up and walk the dragon. But that's quite big, because we saw last game they did very well in the team fights with a gold disadvantage. It'll be interesting to see how the flow of the game goes when they're actually ahead. And yeah, so we're seeing that Tristana is now 300 gold ahead of the Kate, and is quickly catching up in CS as well. So I think the dynamic in this bot lane is going to change, because that Tristana has such burst with her jump, with her explosive shot, and her range is just getting bigger and bigger as the game goes on. So you're going to see a lot more poking, especially with the shield, and you're going to see a lot more dueling, a lot more action in that bot lane. So NZ Stealth has just stolen the red. Oh, very nice cataclysm there from Jarvan, locking that in, forcing the flash. But Jax has come down, and this is and the Karthus ult going out. This could end very, very badly. Got the Lee Sin jumping in. Ooh, very close escape there for Shadow. And oh no, he got picked up. My bad. And very interesting fight there. Like, you thought in the face of it, that Jarvan ult, things were going quite well for Down Under, but VGR just, you know, the Karthus flashing out, ulting, which is a bit of an interesting decision. Would have thought he would sit in there and try to get off a ton of damage and then just die and take out the rest of the team. But no, a good play. Jump out, ult, get that damage in. Lee surviving on next to no health, and just picking up that LeBlanc with red buff, like big plays. Oh, and a Renekton TP, wow. That's been used to much greater effect this game with Mango jumping in there and getting those kills. Unfortunate that it was just on Lulu, but take what you can get. Hopefully now with the support down they can apply a bit of pressure, maybe get this turret, maybe dive him. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. Yeah, and Rice Kate's just backing off. He knows he doesn't want to be down there. And so we just got an upgrade from Dwarf Goo. VGN beat HTC 1. VGN moves through to the next round while HTC moves down to the loser bracket to face... Yeah, I don't even know, so I don't know. I think it's... Atismo Lolokos? I don't know. Ridiculous name anyway, but we see our Lee Sin coming down. He's gonna pick up Janna here. Or not. Yep, no, he's gonna pick up Janna here. I was right. Oh, very nice flash. Got out of there. And they completely missed off Tristan, who just recalled in safety. So, yeah, like a good outcome for VGR after the little trade. But oh, Eyeshadow's getting caught here. And he's used his blink, having to ult to use his blink again. The wall's going down, sneaks past it. And oh, Slater getting picked up by Volf. This could end very badly, but he jumps out, wait for it, puts his ult on, and picks up Volf. Very nice little play there. Cataclysm, jump out, let your teammate do the work. Very nice indeed. Boom, and turret down. And 1 for 1, so, you know, net impact, not much, but Rice Cakes could potentially be in a lot of trouble here. The net was a bit fringe. Not sure where she's trying to go with that, but she's going to get picked up. I'm pretty sure she's going to get picked up. She's not getting out of this one. Tries to juke it, but the ward picks her up. And that's a good pick. Let's see what they try to do now that the ADC's down. Are they going to try group, put pressure mid, wait for it's coming down? Oh, and then jump in, put some damage on, and this burst looks like it's going to take him. Yep. And that's exactly the sort of dynamic you expect to see in that lane. And NZ Stealth really doesn't seem to be getting those kicks off as well as he usually would. I wonder if he's got, you know, a lag. Not sure. But he's usually, like, well, the times that I've watched him, he's like a surgeon with it. So it's a bit interesting to see, that he's not giving them 100% of the time this game. Wonder if he was out drinking with who was it that vomited this morning? Volf or Rawr? I don't remember. But things seem to be going a lot more down Under's way this game. I think this is more of a comp that they're happy with, you know. That mobility really threw them off this last game, but we've actually seen the TPs from SNX Mango kind of having the biggest impact in this game so far, getting down on that bot lane and kind of really shutting down that Caitlyn Lulu combo. And you see it coming out in the score on the gold, like Caitlyn 0-2-0, 4.8k versus the Tristana 3-0-1, 5.8. So that's a significant difference 20 minutes into the game. That 1k is, you know, your pickaxe, it's finishing that Blade of the Rune King. And that's really going to help with getting objectives, bursting down that dragon, bursting down, you know, maybe Baron if they try to do an early one. Probably not advisable. But, you know, it's really enabled to finish that first big item, whereas Caitlyn's still sitting on BF Sword and Pickaxe. And I think that's, you know, going to have a big impact, especially around this point in time where they're grouping up to try and get objectives. So, not a bad trade, you know, picking up a top turret for the dragon, and they've got to be careful. They've got to be careful here, because one of the big issues last game was that they lost that second turret way too early, which allowed VGR to put that pressure on, and that pressure is what won the game really. So they're just Well, Renekton's going up to contest Volf now, but he's just munching that turret. Look at it go down. And we've got a bit of argy-bargy in mid, you know, Tristan is poking, but like, unless they make a huge play here, and Eyeshadow just took a whole lot of damage, so that's probably out of the picture now. You know, that top turret's all but dead, and Volf looks like he's gonna try get in there, and very nice pick off by Wait For It, and that's why Tristana is so dangerous. Can just get in there, do that damage, get out. I'm surprised Volf didn't stay top and try just, no, I'd probably just backed up that turret. And NZ stealth, landing that kick like a surgeon, going in, picking up the Blanc. And they're in a dangerous spot here now because Wait For It is so low, and that shield is not going to be enough if they commit on them. So you got Renekton pushing down top, Jarvan's recalling bot. They're going to lose this mid turret, which is really not where they wanted to be at this point in time, losing that turret. So they're still ahead in gold, but they've got to be careful about these objectives because VGR is just so good at putting that pressure on. If you're not winning team fights, they'll go take turrets, they'll get that gold, they'll push, they'll try to split the team up. And they're going to come down and look for their blue here, but it's already gone. Oh, and Renekton getting engaged on. He's quite tanky, so I think he's going to be able to walk out of this, but the question is, what is Slater going to be able to do to get this going? And Mango's chasing down that Caitlyn. Nice jump out there by Wait For It, and it looks like we're actually going to see some action here. Both teams are all down in the lane. Wait For It's just trying to lifesteal back up. I think we're going to see some engaging here. And, you know, the wall goes down, doesn't really get anyone, though Slater walks backwards and forth through it. Yeah, standoff around mid turret. Bot lane has got a bit of a big wave, top's reasonably pushed, so they've got a bit of time to sit here and poke and try to get something done. A Blanc drops her burst in, jumps out. Nice bit of damage, and there goes the Cataclysm. The team wasn't really in place to immediately kind of capitalize on that. Like, a lot of damage going down on VGR, but nobody dropped. And this is kind of a dangerous position, because this is where VGR kind of excels. You get them all down to a quarter, because of their mastery of the mechanics of their heroes, it's still dangerous to be fighting them in that position. Because, like, you kill the Karthus, like, you know, and he's still there casting stuff. He's still got that ult up, so it's probably a good idea to back off. Pick up those buffs, push those lanes, get that farm, and kind of, you know, bank that turret. Huge wave down on bot. This is going to be very nice for Karthus. Picking that up. Getting that farm. Exactly what he needs to be doing right now. Get to the point until you can one-shot people with your ult. Always the goal. And he's got that Rod of Ages out, so he's tanking up a bit. And he's probably not going to be able to be one-shot burst down by the LeBlanc anymore, which is quite good. And we've got 2 Ruby Sightstones out for VGR, and we should see quite a lot of wards going out from them, and that's really going to help kind of cement their strategy of keeping the pressure on all lanes. So you can see where down under is, you can see where you need to apply the pressure, you can see where you need to peel them off to. And once again, they seem to be grouping up to try to push down that mid turret. The second mid turret, put that pressure on. I think down under feels pretty good at this point. They're hitting gold, and especially Tristan is getting quite large. Kate's finished her IE, and Trist is quickly heading in the same direction. Volf's up on top, keeping that pressure on. Looking to pick up that second turret. And Mango's TP's up, so it's not a bad idea to have him up here, keeping this lane out. Because he can get down to that fight in mid. So Volf's walking all the way down there. Or is he? Yep, looks like he's going to try to get in behind this LeBlanc and pick him up. So this is very dangerous. LeBlanc's there with kind of in between the whole team, and yep, they know what's up. They're getting out. But they really need to back off hard because 2v5 isn't going to end well for them. Oh, and very lucky to get past that wall because if that had gone down on their team, it would have been bad news bears. So Down Under's a bit out of position here, and I think VGR is going to try to push through that mid turret and pick it up. And Slater's been caught out, but we'll just flag out. But very nice. Couple of jumps over, the locket goes down and the flash, but it's not going to be enough. He's going to get rocked by that ult. But Volf going very low and getting picked up. So, you know, Volf for Jarvan. Not bad. And that Karthus ult is down, so that's pretty big. Ooh. Oh, and another dragon is going to go down here. We're going to wipe out this ward, hopefully. This is going to be a big steal if I manage it, because all these dragons, unlike last game, seem to be going Down Under's way, but this seems to be a real dunk. They're not just bursting it down, they're trying to shield out that smite. And oh, very nice steal from NZ South. You could tell they were worried about that. They just didn't manage to kind of block him out from it, and he just went in and picked it up. Oh, and wait for it, just going balls deep into 3. Very nice flash out with the barrier, but Caitlyn ult picks him up. Probably not totally worth it. Volf goes down, but you really need the Tristana in the game, and especially here, if you want to capitalize on that damage that you've just put in, you need your ADC to be putting work into that turret. Ooh, NZ Stealth, going out, getting some creeps on 300 health. Big wave top, Renekton waving bottom, giving that pressure on. People just farming up, getting their buffs. And the gold difference really is quite small here. That Dragon Steel made a big difference. Down Under up 1k, 900 gold. And Wait For It is putting in work. Wait For It's picking up red, and then it looks like the pressure is going to be going back on mid. Moving through the jungle, but they've been spotted by that vision ward, so I think Caitlyn knows that they're coming. And those 2 ruby sidestones are really coming into play here. They're not going to get much traction trying to get around the map and get in behind VGR. I wonder if Volf's going to try and engage here on Wait For It. Pretty sure I'd be able to take him. And I think Wait For It knows what's waiting for him in that bush, so he's gonna wait for it and go back to base, where he will buy items and then wait to come back. But yeah, you can see how keen Volf is to get that top lane pushed down. He's just gonna sit there and wait for Triss to come out, push the lane, and try to pick up that kill, and then off the back of that, shove it to, oh yeah, but doesn't look like Wait For It is going to go out and push that. So the game seems to be slowing down a bit, as things tend to do in the mid game. Yeah, the sheer amount of ward coverage from both teams is quite massive. So it's good to see that Oracle's out in that Renekton, clearing those wards up. trying to get a bit of map control. Got to get him behind the team, pick off some people, and then, you know, capitalize on it and push down some turrets. Oh, and he walks past the wall to go clear that wave top. So at this point, the outcome of a team fight is really just not very clear. Could go either way. Just depends on, you know, whether that focus gets on to wait for it, how quickly Karthus goes down, and how low people are at the end. Whether Karthus can just press R and win the game. But I think Renekton's walked past that ward in the bush twice now. And I think they're really going to be looking to try bait them through to Baron. Oh, but wait for it getting caught out. That is not good at all, and he's going to go down. And that's a big deal. Look, the team's trying to engage off the back of it. Mango's going in, Eyeshadow's going in, you got the Cataclysm up, Jarvan. And they managed to pick up that Karthus, but I assume we're going to see the ult come down. And now it's going to put Down Under in a bad situation. Like Janna and LeBlanc just are too low to do anything here. Like one kick, one jump, and he's gone. Very nice split. So, you know, best of a bad situation, picking up that Karthus, but really unfortunate that the wait for it got picked up. You've really got to question why he was even there in the first place. Like, you know, shoving down that lane, keeping the pressure on, but at this point in the game, like, he's pretty key to their strat. He needs to be centre in the middle of the team, where those bruisers can protect them. And they finally pick up that ward in the bush by Baron. I think that's the third time they've walked past it. And the pick goes down to Baron. So Jarvan's just really becoming a force to be reckoned with in this game. He's very big with that locket, with that giant spout, just jumping into the middle of the team, Cataclysm, getting those targets, locking them down. So let's see if they can. They're probably going to pick this up without contestation here, which is going to be very good. They're not going to have NZ South coming in there, stealing the dragon and ruining their day, and this is going to widen that gold lead, which is currently sitting at 43 point, and now 44.2k to 42k essentially, with the chart count being equal. So the question is, what are they going to do with this gold advantage? And Nunu's gapping it out of there as fast as she can. And that's 125 gold down the drain. Volf once again is in the top, pushing down his favourite lane. And Tristana getting on that red. Decent wave in bot, splitting the team off a bit. So let's look at the gold difference between the ADCs, and it's quite significant now. We've got 11k on Tristana, 9.5k on Kate, and that's really reflected in the items. Phantom Dancer, Infinity Edge versus Infinity Edge, Bladed Rude King, and 1.4k gold, and some purple cloaks and stuff. So those TP ganks from from Mango have really paid off, and now we're going to see a Baron fight. Volf's recalling. Nope, he's decided he's going to go balls deep on top, and Karthus going balls deep on bottom. So they may pick up Baron here, but it looks like they're going to lose 2 turrets off the back of it. And NZ Stealth could do his usual jump in, and lol, just stole your Baron. Ooh, didn't manage to get it off, but those 2 turrets are going down. Might even be a third. Yeah, so that's 3 turrets for a Baron. Like, Baron's always great, Baron wins games, but turrets are also very important. Now there's damage going on the base turret, so it's going to be interesting to see what Down Under does with this Baron, because the gold count is now completely evened up with those 3 turrets going down. So they're really going to have to get quite aggressive off the back of this and utilize that to its full potential. Because if you trade Baron for 3 turrets and then don't do anything with it, you're in serious trouble. So Renekton's going to wave this up and probably jam mid. We're going to see some serious pressure applied to that mid turret whilst the whole team's recalling. Jarvan picking up the traps, and this mid turret's going to go down very quickly. Tristana's just shredding that. And they're just going straight for that base turret, and it's melting. Volf jumps in, but the team really wasn't in position there. Ice Shadow taking a lot of damage, and Volf's just getting melted by that Trist DPS. And this turret's just going to go down. So, you know, they're making the best of their Baron and doing very good work. Where are they going to go from here? Are they going to go backdoor bottle top? Are they going to keep that pressure on mid? And it's looking like they're going to go try backdoor top. Oh no, they're just going to recall. This is a dangerous position because it looks like, ooh, they might try engage here. Jarvan's got his home guard boosted now to get the wave. And it looks like a recall. So, going back, bank the turret kills, get some gold, and get back in that fight. They're now 2.6k ahead, and quite a bit of it, I think, and 1.8k of that, I think, went to Tristana. So 12.8 to 10.8, 2k difference between the ADCs. And that's really having quite a big impact. Tristana's just sitting in the back with their long range, shredding down those high priority targets. And here they go to put the pressure on bot. Karthus is recalling, getting down there, ready to fight, because they really need their whole team in every fight now. Caitlyn's putting down her traps, Blank's sitting there ready to pick, and this turret is going to go down so fast, but Volf is sitting there ready to jump in, pick him off, and wait for it, taking a lot of damage. With Janna ult coming down, healing him up a bit, and he's back at long range, shooting down on that turret. But Slater's gone down, they need to be careful here. I think VGR is going to be looking to engage quite heavily off the back of that pick. Oh, and wait for it to split up from the team, and it looks like he's going to get picked off. Yeah, the slows have gone down, and he's gone. So, Down Under didn't go so well for them. They didn't get the turret, and engaging here I think is a really, really risky maneuver. Like, LeBlanc's there, she's got that burst, but your team's going to go down. And then you're fighting on the Karthus, and that's going to be an ace. So that's Baron buff gone. And it's a 5-for-1 trade. That did not go at all how Down Under wanted, but the super creeps are in the base, putting that pressure on, so they're having to recall to defend. So it could have gone worse, but they're going to lose their blue here, and NZ stealth is pretty low, but he could still pick up Dragon if he wanted to. Jarvan's speeding out with that home guard, and it's going to be interesting to see where he goes. I think he will be hitting to Dragon, so I don't think they're going to be able to pick that up. Oh, no, they're going to pick up Dragon. Spoke too soon. But I think Slater's, nah, yeah, he's not going to go down and check. So it's not the end of the day, but, you know, the gold is now even. That Baron buff is gone, and they've got a limited amount of time to capitalize on that inhibitor. So that was a nice easy Dragon for NZ stealth. And now he's picking up red. So it'll be interesting to see what Down Under does now. So they've gone from a position where they were ahead. They had that Baron buff, they had that gold lead, and they've essentially had that lead kind of not completely erased, but reduced. Kate's caught up in gold. It's now 13.5, 12.5, so that 2k gold lead is now down to just 1. She's still, behind on items, but she's got that, Phantom Dancer, Infinity Edge, Last Whisperer. She's going to have that Blade of the Rune King very soon. Jackson Renekton up top, but the action's down in this bot lane. We're just going to see Trist absolutely putting in work on this base turret, and just no damage even went on her there. It was like 5-6 of the turret for nothing, and that's the turret down, and they're going to be looking to hard engage here, or at least get this inhib down from max range with that Tristana poke. And, Volf's up top, and it looks like he's going to take Mango down, especially with that ult coming in. So Down Under really needs to recall now, make sure Volf does not get that turret, and real marginal recall positions here. Ooh, very nice pick by Tristana, and Slater going in hard. So it looks like the Volf's having a real hard time getting down that top turret, and it's not a bad position to be in, but wait for it needs to be very careful here. His team's getting picked out, and the LeBlanc is now recalling now to defend that top lane. And I don't think Volf's going to be able to get that in him. He'll get that turret down, but I think he'll be backing out now. Nope, he's going for it. He's going for it, but LeBlanc is here a bit. Wasn't the best flash. Flashed into the inhib, and Volf put out a huge amount of burst damage, but they've got him off the inhib. The question is, will Shadow be able to pick him up? But he's leaping through the creeps. I think he's going to get away here. So that mid inhib's going to respawn very soon. So they're going to need to reapply that pressure, try get that inhib down, and keep that going, because VGR is by no means out of this game. The Baron is up, and Janna is attacking it. Doing maximum damage with her right click. But with Tristan there now, this Baron is going to go down so quickly. Lulu is going to ward it, but they're not going to be able to do anything about it. They're so far out of position. So this is quite big. This will, I think, give them the confidence and the ability to go down and shove down that middle turret. They've also got that bot lane pushing. And that inhib, oh, the inhib still hasn't respawned. I'm clearly just not paying enough attention. But here we go, the pressure's going on top. Mid lane's got those super creeps. You've got Lee Sin trying to shove that out as far as possible. We're going to see some action in the top lane. And Trist has just been putting in work this game. That, super late game AD carry, just sitting in the back of the group, putting that long range damage into those turrets. And we've seen it time and time again, but they haven't really been able to stop it because of that big front line, that big Jarvan, the Janna shield, the whirlwinds, and it's just meant constant pressure in VGR's base. Kind of the opposite to last game, where Cassian was applying so much pressure. This time it's the group just going down there. And look, she just, with that range, just shoves down that turret, and it's gone, and there goes the Cataclysm. And just huge amounts of damage going out. Karthus just being absolutely melted. Wait for it jumping out, but ooh, that ult didn't take him down, and I think this is going to be GG, right? You probably don't need me to tell you, unless things go horribly wrong. 3 inhibs down, Eyeshadow's Guardian Angel being popped, Jarvan going down, but Triss just wrecking everything. Man, such a strong AD carry at the moment. And Mango going for the dive on the Kate, getting out, just alive, and that's the Nexus. Very well played, and it's going to be very exciting to see the third game in this series. 2 very evenly matched teams. But yeah, well played by both teams in that game. A very exciting game to watch, and very close right through to the end.